Okay, y'all, I went grocery shopping today and I saw something that just absolutely...
Ridiculous grocery prices in rural Washington state, north central Washington. You guys always...
So in one of my other videos, you can see someone's commented it and asked me if I'll do recipes for a low cost budget. They can't afford to eat.
My food shop cost me £120 per...
This is getting ridiculous. All this is 74 bucks. I got...
Do you see how much food is left in here? 3 liters of food is the average amount.
I can't afford to eat healthy to lose weight. It's too expensive. That is complete BS.
Okay, y'all, I went grocery shopping today and I saw something that just absolutely blew my mind. If this does not tell you, number one, prices are absolutely outrageous. And number two, we have a serious problem in America. Obviously, people are not being able to afford food, so this is what they're doing. I'm out here grocery shopping, I'm looking to make beef and broccoli, and then I noticed this. Security tags on the meat.
So in one of my other videos, you can see someone's commented it and asked me if I'll do recipes for a low cost budget. They can't afford to eat healthy. Of course I will, absolutely no problem, fucking damn right I'll do that. But what a fucking world we're living in right now, where everything, prices are through the roof, that people are having to ask for healthy eating on a very, very, very low budget. It's criminal.
Ridiculous grocery prices in rural Washington state, north central Washington. You guys always love these videos when I show how ridiculous these prices are, because they are. They're ridiculous.
Here in the Arctic, grocery prices are extremely expensive, which is why up here we try to go hunting for our own food as much as we can. But I think it's crazy how much things cost up here compared to the south. And here in Inuvik, we have a highway that goes in and out of the community, so groceries aren't even as close to as expensive as they are in other northern communities. But yeah, when we got groceries at Northern, this is what we got, and it ended up costing $121.
This is getting ridiculous. All this is 74 bucks. I got 2 lemonades, coffee creamer, some churros twists, some Pop-Tarts, Takis, some dog treats and M&Ms, and water. $74, guys. This is ridiculous. I thought it was gonna come out with like maybe 40 bucks. Nope.
If you're annoyed and shocked by the prices at the grocery store and you're wondering how did we get here and what's going to happen to solve it, then this video is for you. If you want to be pissed off and small-minded, uneducated, and continue walking around blaming Joe Biden and saying that you're voting for Donald Trump because of all the things you think the one thing he's going to do is come in and figure out how to get all of our grocery store items to roll back prices about 30% for us to finally agree that grocery store prices have calmed down. I mean, it sounds crazy when I'm saying it out loud to you, right? There are several contributing factors as to why grocery prices have risen so much over the past 4 to 5 years. A noticeable difference. Number one, the minimum wage has gone up. That means that the grocery store workers, the people who are packaging the food at the production plant, everyone is getting paid more per hour. And if you guys actually thought that corporations were going to eat that, then you haven't been America long enough. Grocery store prices on fruit, vegetables, and meat is also high right now because in a lot of places, threats against migrant workers have caused them to return to their home countries. You think Americans are picking fruit for the same price that migrants are picking fruit? You are outside your mind. Another reason that grocery prices are so high right now is the simple concept of supply and demand. During COVID, the corporations saw that we were willing to pay certain price points for products when the supply chain was disrupted and it was actually legitimately costing more time and resources to get products to you. The industries, they saw what we were willing to pay. They saw that we were willing to pay $3 for a 2-liter of Coca-Cola. So why on earth would they ever roll that back to the pre-pandemic prices? They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it unless we have government regulation that comes in and says you can only make X profit on a certain product, or you can only charge X more than it costs to make the product. If it costs you 10 cents to make a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, unless you have government regulation, Coca-Cola can sell that product to you for whatever price you want. And products like Coca-Cola that people are addicted to, they are willing to pay higher dollar. And because we paid those higher dollars for several years, we're not going back. I get it is frustrating. It is frustrating to me. 5 years ago, I was married with 2 incomes. Now I'm a single income family and I have 2 kids to raise. I am absolutely seeing the difference in the grocery store prices. However, I am cognizant enough to realize that one, no elected official has any individual power to push a magic button and say grocery prices across the board need to come down to either pre-pandemic levels or a certain percentage point. No one has that power. That is not how the American government works. Unless Kamala Harris gets elected and gets buy-in from Congress to start regulating and putting caps on how much common goods and services can cost, these grocery store prices are not going to change. So now we understand why prices are high and what it's going to take to bring them down, right?
Do you see how much food is left in here? 3 litres of food is the average amount of food wasted every single week by one person. 3 litres. And you see this? Food ain't cheap. So here is my new plan. This week, we are not going grocery shopping. We're eating out of the fridge, out of the freezer, because I can barely shut it, and the pantry. To save some money, help the environment, and just clear this fridge out. So welcome to day 1, where we go through this bad boy.
I can't afford to eat healthy to lose weight. It's too expensive. That is complete BS. Here's why. All of this is from Whole Foods, the most expensive chain grocery store. And now this is exactly for 12 meals that I've already counted out, and it was $142, meaning it was about $11.83 per meal. But as you can see, some of these items are much larger and will last me longer than 12 meals. And I purchased snacks as well, which doesn't count, which makes it much closer to 11, probably less than $11 per meal. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you went out and you ate out, which most people do, or you just grabbed something quick and it was actually less than $11 and it was healthy for you and had high protein? Probably never. So here's what we got. Coconut aminos, apple, banana, PB Fit powder, jasmine rice, steel cut oats, blueberries, pasture-raised eggs, ground beef, protein bars, turkey bacon, ham slices, Greek yogurt, egg whites, almond milk. Keep in mind this is twice as expensive as normal almond milk for half the amount. I've got organic chicken, sweet potatoes, asparagus, kiwis, and frozen shrimp. This is how you eat to lose fat, look amazing, have high energy, feel confident, and completely optimize your health as a man. Let's go.
I just spent $7 on a bag of Doritos. $7. Hold on. I have to show you the bag. Hold on. I'm sorry. $6.29. It's not even a family size bag. So I'm an Aldi shopper, and I prefer to shop there, but they don't have the blue Doritos. And my stepdaughter loves the blue Doritos, so I had to get them because school's coming up and I wanted to have a cute little lunch. Oh my God. Oh my God. $7. How are people supposed to, how am I supposed to afford life? Oh my God. Rant. Not over, but over for now.
Do y'all see the fuckery that's going on in these goddamn grocery stores? This is my favorite shit. Simply orange juice. $7. That's simply too motherfucking high. Put this shit on Simply goddamn layaway. I'm about to come back and get you when I get paid. Shit.
Y'all, I'm convinced that Whole Foods is the Antichrist. I stopped in to grab a couple of things. And would you know that my bill came out to $90? I'm gonna show you exactly what I got. I got some kettle dill pickle chips because I'm a little fatty. 1 tomato, some broccolini, probiotics because when you need to go and you can't, cherries, 1 red potato, 1 jalapeno, 1 lemon, a bag of carrots, some probiotic drink, a piece of salmon, a kind protein bar, some limoncello LaCroix because it's delicious, and oh, this is probably what did it. This goddamn avocado. They're so expensive. It's expensive to eat out. It's expensive to eat in. What do they all want us to do? Wither away into nothingness? No, that's what we have Ozempic for. Y'all, I'm gonna run around with a piece of sage around the whole Whole Foods market because you got me up.
Okay, I just need to vent really quick about the cost of the groceries right now. I knew that inflation was a thing and that the cost of groceries was going up dramatically, but I didn't realize just how drastic the prices had gone up until I was out grocery shopping on my way home tonight. Now, I did buy cat litter, and the cat litter was $14.29. And then I got my cat, the cat food that he eats because he's kind of a picky bitch, for another $8.20. Which, that's a 2-week supply, so I can't complain too much about that. But I've been craving Tuscan chicken, and the ingredients in Tuscan chicken are sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, which I already had, chicken, spinach, and heavy whipping cream. So I go into the grocery store and I get this sun-dried tomato. Sun-dried tomatoes were $7.99 for the little tiny jar. Then I went and I got the baby back spinach. This little tiny container. $6.99 for baby back spinach. Probably because it has organic written on it. Then I went and I got this little teeny tiny package of chicken. Not that big, it's 1 pound for $7.20. I was feeling a little bit hungry, like I wanted a snack when I got home before I decided to cook, so I got some bite-sized Tostitos. Not the family size, it's a smaller package, for $5.79. My total bill at the grocery store tonight for the Tostitos, the spinach, the chicken, and the sun-dried tomatoes came to $61.49. How does a family of 4 feed themselves without being subsidized by the government? $61.49 for 6 items. You gotta be kidding me.
Sometimes people just ask me, like, why do you live in New York? And I'm like, I don't know, there's just such an ambience and a charm to the city, and the prices are so great, and it's clean, and the subway always runs, and I never have any issues with weird people, and it's just wonderful, you know?
We have a grocery prices problem in Canada. Maybe you already knew that.
My bill just keeps going up. It doesn't matter how much I try to cut back, it's constantly going up.
3 big players dominate most of the market. We pay ever-increasing amounts for our everyday essentials, and grocery store profits are at record levels. So the Competition Bureau of Canada has just issued a direct challenge to government. It was actually just this 50-page report, but let's call it a challenge. The Bureau says, we have a problem, we think a lack of competition is behind it, and there are some key ways government can start to fix it. concentration in this country's grocery industry is still pretty mind-blowing. Because Loblaws, Sobeys, and Metro, maybe you shop at one of the big three, but Loblaws owns No Frills, Real Canadian Superstore, Shoppers, Provigo, Maxi, the list goes on. Sobeys owns Safeway, IGA, Freshco, Foodland, Longo's, Farm Boy, and Metro owns Super C, Food Basics, Adonis, Marché Richelieu. As you saw, even the discount grocers, the ones you go to if you think Loblaws is too expensive, those are still owned by the big chain.
This made me so angry, I just had to share. At my local grocery store, just like the general grocery store here in the Missouri area, I wanted some cinnamon rolls. And so I went to Hy-Vee, and Hy-Vee is charging $6.99, $7 for 5 cinnamon rolls. There's only 5 cinnamon rolls in this thing, and I could not believe it. Couldn't believe that we are now at probably $7.50 with tax, $7.75 with tax. So I went to another store. I went to Walmart, and check this out. Walmart's got it for $3.68. This is literally almost half the price. And Walmart's still making a profit off this. So I just want to encourage you to shop around before buying certain things, because we are getting robbed blind, you guys. What have you noticed recently that's super overpriced? Let me know in the comments below.
All right, y'all, I just have to drop this here real quick because the price of food in the United States has just gotten astronomically high. Why are oranges $10? Somebody make it make sense. That's ridiculous. I bet these oranges aren't even sweet for $10.
This is why you feel poor when you go to the grocery store, even though inflation is actually down. If you bought this and this in 2020, it's like $10. Now, 15. Why so much if inflation isn't up 50%? It's something called a permanent price adjustment. So even though inflation's come down, it doesn't mean that people who previously raised their prices are also going to decrease prices. In fact, they're probably going to keep them high. So the grocery store is going to continue to punish you, even though inflation's gone down. So you're not going crazy, you're paying way more.
Can we talk about how it's 2024 and we can't afford to take a shit, let alone make a grocery store run? I ran to Publix for 4 items and I spent $22. And before you say, oh, 4 items, $22, like that's nothing, let me tell you what I got. I got a bottle of mayonnaise, a bottle of ketchup, a half a pound of American cheese, and a loaf of rye bread. Now the $3.50 for the half a pound of cheese, not too bad. The $4.50 for the bread, okay, it's fresh baked. I get it. They sliced it there, they bagged it up, made it look fancy, slapped a tag on it, cool. My brain, however, cannot compute or comprehend how ketchup and mayonnaise, and I'm not talking jumbo bottles, like regular ass size bottles of ketchup and mayonnaise are over $7. I feel like at this point I should grow tomatoes, pluck them, and then fucking stomp on them and figure out how to make my own ketchup. How is this legal from like 2 years ago that a bottle of ketchup was like $3.69? Anyway, I hope you're having a better day and you're not fucking poor like me over ketchup.
Can somebody please explain to me why this bag of cheese, which is like extremely processed and just regular ass shredded cheese, is $18 fucking dollars? I literally don't even understand why they think it's okay that they can charge us almost $19 for a bag of cheese, dude. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't even want to know how much my groceries are right now. Like, our freezer broke, but we have a new fridge and freezer, so I bought like a bunch of frozen shit, but I'm going to show you guys how much it costs because it's crazy out here. Almost $5 for a bag of chips that is like 50% air. Almost $6 for that. How are these chips on a rollback for $5, dude?
October 2024. These are groceries that will last a week and a half to 2 weeks for my family of 4. It should not cost this much to feed us.
First of all, grocery prices are significantly higher. It is insane how much money I am also spending on groceries every single week, month, whatever. So now that I've acknowledged that, that type of grocery shopping is just wrong. Vast majority of everything on that checkout line is snacks. Snacks and processed foods are going to cost you significantly more than actually purchasing whole foods. And I know that's true because this comment came up and this is how I used to personally think and shop. And that thought process all stems because I didn't know how to cook. Cooking is an essential skill, especially when you're poor. I was poor. I still kind of am poor. Anyways, the point is that when you do not cook your own food, you will be paying a premium for the convenience of not having to cook. Prior to me being able to cook, I would constantly get takeout and pre-made food. When I couldn't afford the takeout anymore because each meal was costing me an average of $30 just to feed myself, and I was buying pre-made food like what you see on that conveyor belt, it was still costing me a lot of money. I think that the issue that we have in America is this overabundance of convenience. So we haven't had to develop the skill of having to cook, because being able to afford fresh food is actually cheaper than paying for the processed crap. It just takes a little bit more effort and skill. For example, even if you look at something like this Kraft mac and cheese 4-pack, if you were to get the individual box, which costs maybe $1 to $1.50, this is just one example, but that Kraft mac and cheese right there, $4.92. You're paying 60 cents per ounce. Not to mention, it's only 4 servings. You could get the same Kraft mac and cheese in the box at 13.4 cents per ounce. And one box has probably around 3 servings in it. But again, we're choosing convenience over actually having to put in a little bit more effort to get more out of our dollar. Don't even get me started on the health benefits that just cooking your own food has. So yeah, grocery prices are up. It is expensive, but there are much smarter and better ways to shop. Thanks for watching.